think about this, Stephen. So, people would ask me on a regular basis, as I'm sure they asked you. So if Joe Biden's kind of not there, as anybody with a brain could see over the last 4 years, then who is running the country? And my answer, not from being connected to any insiders, but just sort of having done some research and understand where the power was, like what the Obama presidency was really about, understanding Eric Holder and understanding what the Department of Justice did under Barack Obama. I said, I think who's running the country are the lawyers that are still in the Department of Justice that became part of the deep state under the Obama administration and remain employed now under the Biden administration. They're the ones that fought and proved the act of resistance during the first Trump presidency. And then we actually had Harmeet Dhillon on our podcast just last week. And so, she's now in charge of the Civil Rights Division. And she actually, I think, did an interview with Tucker Carlson. She talked about what a dramatic reality change the employees at the Department of Justice have had since she's taken over. They have crying sessions, they have support groups, and you kind of understand it because, the guy that used to be in her position under Barack Obama was a guy named Tom Perez, and he was later the head of the DNC, but he came from working at nonprofits whose job it was to expand non-citizen voting rights in the United States. And now you have Harmeet Dhillon, who actually represented Donald Trump in his efforts to prove that voter fraud existed and the 2020 election was stolen. So imagine just like having your boss be that different. And so she said that since she's taken over, and I think the last 2 months, 200 lawyers have left her department. So you want to kind of know who was running the country. I think it was them. I think it was the people that were there, and they're like, okay, we don't get to do this anymore. So they're out. And I think that's one of the reasons why we should all be very optimistic about what a Trump presidency can do, but also, and guardedly so, because that's one agency. It's a powerful one, and that's just one part of that agency. So, the deep state, I think, is very real, although they are, I think, making some progress. The Trump administration is chipping away at it a little bit at a time.
Yeah. It's she's going to be a really great asset, I believe. She's looking into George Floyd stuff, how there's persecution against whites, the DEI stuff. It'll be really interesting to see what comes out of her investigations.
Yeah, think of this. I mean, she made the point, and I thought it was a great one. Like, the statutes haven't changed, right? The laws that govern this country are the same. They're just interpreting them in a very different, and they would say much more correct way than the Biden administration did.